Hey kindergarten, welcome to my house. Today we're going to go on a hunt for some living things at Mrs. Moss's house. But first, let's talk about how you know if something is a living thing. Living things are things that produce offspring. That means they can have babies and have basic needs like food, water, shelter, clothing, air, sun, or space. Look, here's my dog. His name is Odin. Odin is a living thing. I know he's a living thing because he has basic needs. He needs food, water, shelter, and air. And he could produce offspring. That means he could have dog babies. Here's another living thing. This is Mr. Moss. Mr. Moss, how do you know you're a living thing?
Because I have needs like food and water and air, and because I can produce offspring.
Thank you. I think I saw another living thing open the blinds just now.
Uh-oh.
Let's see if we can go find that living thing. Here's another living thing. It's Caitlin. I know Caitlin is a living thing because she has needs like shelter and clothing and food and water. And one day she can produce offspring. Not yet, but when she's an adult. Here's another living thing at my house. It's the tree in my front yard. I know it's a living thing because it has basic needs like sun, air, water, and space. It can also produce offspring. Did you know plants can produce offspring? Let me show you an example. Here you can see some little baby trees trying to grow in my front yard. They grew from seeds or nuts that fell from the big tree. That is plant offspring. I spy another living thing that can produce offspring and has needs. Do you see it? Actually, there's several of them. You can see them crawling around. We call them roly-polies. They're living things. Here's one of your favorite living things. This is Amelia. She's the baby I tell you about all the time. How do we know she's a living thing? Well, she has needs like food and water and shelter and clothes. And when she becomes an adult, she'll be able to produce offspring. Look, there's another living thing coming up. Caitlin planted some basil seeds last week, and you can see a teeny tiny sprout. Why is it a living thing? Well, because it has needs like water and sun, and it can produce offspring. When it becomes an adult, it can have plant babies. Now go look around your house for some living things. Remember, if they have needs and they can produce offspring when they're an adult, then it's a living thing.